Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about the SH Figuarts Kamen Rider 01 Assault Shining Hopper. Now, this guy is awesome. Like, I didn't know what to expect from this guy because I really just wanted Shining Hopper. But I ordered this guy anyway, just in case I wouldn't, feel on the fence about it later. And I'm really glad I did because, let me tell you, I like it a lot. I didn't think these neon colors would work for me, but the second I opened it up out of the box and just got my hands on with it, I was in love with it because there's something about this pattern design here that just, I don't know if you guys can see this rib design just looking really awesome on the suit design. And I just really love how it came out. It's something that translated really well into this figure. It really, really did. It just looks utterly fantastic. Now, this just, I don't know, it's something about it that just works for me. I can't speak for anybody else, but I am thoroughly enjoying it. I really, really am. But yeah. So let's jump into the talking about the figure otherwise. Now, articulation wise, I think we have some really great spots and some blind spots on mine. I do have one QC issue. I think it's just a paint job and maybe something else that may be considered a minor gripe. But yeah, other than that, I think overall I'm extremely happy with the simple yet complicated design of this figure. Now, articulation wise, we can look up, we can look down, which is crazy because I didn't think he'd be able to look down the way he is now because of the way the chest area was. I thought it was too busy for him to do that, but he actually can. It leaves just enough room for him to look down like this. And because of the neck design the way it is, you can actually leave room to look over and do stuff like this. So head expression wise, I think he's in a very solid and good place. Our shoulders can wrap out like most SHF. And then you can pull the arms out to extend for range. So you can get a little bit of extra range going forward, backwards, and rotating around. As you can see, I can rotate all the way around like this. And then as far as lifting our arms up, I think the only thing you need to be careful with is if you're going to lift your arm all the way up, lift it a little forward. So that way when you lift up, it does not press against his, I don't even know what to call these. But I'm going to call it the midsection armor, I guess. And as you can see here, I can rotate my arms. There's bicep swivel. We have a double joint here. I've only used it once just now, but as you can see, what I'll do right here is super duper tight. Wow, that's really, really tight. Ooh, so it looks like you can hold weight. But as you can see here, I can rotate the arm all the way up as well too now. We have our standard peg articulation, like most SHF that rotate around. There is a little bit of space here in the gauntlet that's gonna ruin it from going all the way up, but you should be fine otherwise. So I'll rotate this arm in. Now in our midsection, this is where it gets a little tricky because we don't have, oh, see how that happened? I could just pop it right off. We don't get our crazy forward ab crunch, which is something I was hoping we would get. Like they would make it somewhat of a double joint. But as you can see here, it can cover here going down and you can extend backwards. You can even rotate left and right with no problem. And you can even tilt side to side. So you have a lot of articulation, but you just don't have that real good forward ab crunch. So you have to keep that in mind when using this figure. You don't get the crazy forward ab crunch. My belt here looks pretty nice. It looks a little lopsided. I'm not sure if it's just me in general, but my belt looks a little lopsided. I'm not sure if that is a QC issue or the fact that I should heat mine up. Just unsure right now. Our progress key for the assault progress is actually removable as well too. So, you know. Then we have our leg articulation, which normally we can just do that going forward, but it uses the drop down method. So you can drop down and you get way better forward articulation. Our leg is on a thigh swivel as well. And we have double joints. Rotates all the way in. We have a really generous ankle pivot. As you can see here, it goes forwards, backwards, outwards, in and out, and has a toe pivot. So you actually should be able to get some really decent poses out of this guy with no problem. So let's actually get a little bit of posing up, right? Let's test it out. One thing I was very happy with, so if you are going to use his weapon, which is the Assault Buster in axe mode, just know that you can actually use it because his arms can cross. That means you can actually hold it with two hands, which is very exciting. But I'm not going to do that. Let's actually get this guy. This is actually really nice. I can get him in really nice poses. So you can get him in a nice little boxing pose like this. You can actually get him in some of the show standard stuff. So that means if you want to do, let's actually reverse our sides. Like I said, you can actually get a lot of the show standard kicks like this. As far as rider kicks, we should know that obviously he can get his rider kick, but let's show everybody for the world. Let's get that head there. Yeah. Yeah, this is nice. So we can get a rider kick as well. And let's say you don't want to do rider kick. You just want to do stuff like standard punch and throwing, things like that. Even if we are going to throw a punch and with our right, let's make sure we get proper movement and leg movement. Put some inertia into it, some kinetic force. Yeah. Everything about this is pretty solid and looks really good. You just want to worry about down here with some paint rub. Make sure you use the drop down leg method properly. So that way you don't paint rub with anything. Oh, I just realized we have the regular 01 progress key here on the side. Not sure if that's removable, so I'm not going to really sit down and mess with that. But yeah, otherwise, I think what we have going here with this is one of those solid mid-season, well, early season forms that if you really like the design, you don't have to pass on it. But I'm pretty sure some of you are going to be super happy just getting Metal Cluster or getting 02. But I like getting all the forms. And this one is just a nice, pretty form. Just looks really good. Now, we are going to talk about the accessories. But before we do that, I'm going to stand him up in a real good pose because I want to talk about him under blacklight. Unofficially, this guy, just like his previous form, can glow under blacklight. Like, I think that's really, really dope. That's not something you get with a lot of figures. And I just think that it's cool that they threw it in as a little bonus because they constantly tease stuff, but you know, they don't always do it. So it's nice that they finally gave us as fans something nice, threw us a bone for once. So let's get you standing up nice and straight. What I'm going to do is, let me actually get you. Yeah, there we go. I want to make you look clean. There. Now, what I'm going to do is cut these lights out. Perpetual darkness. We can see them glowing under black light. So you see all those neon parts actually glow under black light really, really well. They have a nice tone to it. Then we have this guy as well too, who also glows pretty well under black light. Oh, yeah. Just in case you didn't know, the belt does too under black light. So yeah, that is something I have very much enjoyed. I thought it was pretty cool that you can do that. Now, without further ado, let's jump into those accessories. Now, accessory-wise, we are, I don't know, I can't say that we're light because we get our actual hands that we need with them. I just really wish they gave us the authorized buster in both forms. But technically, he didn't use it in that many forms until much later on. At this point, when you're supposed to be just getting this form, he only uses it in axe mode. So, let's talk about the hands and let's talk about the authorized buster in axe mode. So you will get our standard closed fist, which you see here. You will get your open, relaxed palms. Now, mine on my left hand actually has an inaccuracy with the paint apps. It's a little too heavy on the paint apps, as you can see compared to the other hand. It's a little too heavy. Minor gripe, not a big deal to me. You will get pointing hands, so that way you can point at your enemy. Well, you get one pointing hand. This is for when you want to point at your enemies. This one is actually the weapon holding hand for the guns and axes. Now, since my Fua, my best boy here, has the shotgun, I'm actually going to use one of the shot risers as an example. But let's, where'd I put that hand? There we go. And as you can see with the shot riser, this hand works perfectly for weapon holding hands, such as the gun, for the shot riser. So keep this in mind, because I'm probably going to give him the shotgun as well, too. Next up, you have authorized buster holding hands, which you'll probably see in a ton of photos. And then we have our main man, the authorized buster. Yeah. What's crazy is I think this actually glows in the black light as well, too. So let's give that a shot. No, I was tripping. Does he? Oh, nope. It does glow under black light. You just can barely keep up with it because my light is not strong enough. But the authorized buster does indeed also glow under black light, which is pretty cool. Sorry for all those dark spots, y'all. But yeah, so the authorized buster indeed does glow under black light. And it's nicely painted. And although technically it's one-sided because it folds into a giant cannon. So it's technically only one-sided, but the proper paint apps are there. So yeah. Axe Buster. And if you want to know about the hand, let's put the hand on. Just slide it on in. And technically he can hold it with two hands because he has the proper articulation to do so. So you will slide one hand technically over the trigger. Slide the other hand down. Voila. There we go. Now, technically, since Fu is there, I might as well jump into size comparisons and get to comparing them. Now, here is 01 with Fua, best boy. And I think it's cool that Fua is technically taller than him. And as you can see, if I put his legs around the same size, they should be technically the same size. But I do believe 01 is slightly smaller than him. Nope, just about the same size. But it would have looked good if Fua was just a little bit taller, which I don't mind. Next up, we're going to do, let's do all of the 01 squad. So here's Jin. Jin is going to seem a little taller because I actually have an extended neck peg on him. So if you're wondering why he looks taller, that is why. So here's my main man, Jin. His best girl. We got Valkyrie here. Now, obviously, she is smaller. Ooh. Want to make sure I fix those legs. There we go. Let's get her right here. Chilling with Fua, who almost fell down. Keyword is almost. Let's fix up his legs as well, too. Sorry about this, y'all. I was playing with my toys, and I was having too much fun. Next up, we have Jin. I mean, I'm sorry, not Jin. Wow, I'm tripping today. We have Horobi. I've already put Jin out. So let's get him standing up straight. And technically, we have the whole squad together. Here we go. Except 01 has upgraded form. Hopefully, can't wait to get Burning Falcon. Can't wait to get Assault Wolf. Like, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time, y'all. Now, last but not least, in terms of what we have here, I am going to show you him next to current the first form of 01, just cause. Here we are with our base form. And the reason why that is I actually want to show him because I have the SHF upgrade head on him, right? And I want to point this out real fast. Let's see if we can get our magnet there. Where's that magnet at? Nope. It only works with the regular progress keys. Do I have any around? I don't, and this sucks because I wanted to talk about this. But I just need a magnet somewhere. I don't know if I have one. Nope, I don't. It sucks. I really want to show off that SHF upgrade head because it's really, really nice and it glows. And I just wanted to be able to talk about that. No, wait, I was wrong. I do have one. If I just looked around enough on camera, so deal with me. So, where is it? You have to... Let me take this off camera. There we go. So those eyes light up. And let me see. There we go. And this is from the SHF upgrade. I wanted to make sure I talked about this in the video. Shout out to SHF upgrade for this because this is actually pretty cool. You don't get a chance to see stuff like this with light up heads. So this is their upgrade head. And it really does add a nice look at SHF stuff as that nice little look. It's an upgrade head. I'm going to put the link to their website too because I know people constantly ask. So I will put the link to their stuff. Hopefully they still have some in stock. So I just want to take this out. But I did want to take the time to talk about that. Next up, I guess we can talk about how he looks next to G.I. Joe and ninjas. Because you never know. If you want to cross over stuff in your world, have some fun. Here is the Hasbro G.I. Joe Storm Shadow. And here is an Articulated Icons Ninja. This is a Dusk Ninja. A Blue Dusk Ninja. As you can see, they actually scale out pretty well with SHF. They're not too much smaller than them, but they look around the same body build. So it works out. Next up, we have a 1000 toy synthetic human. These guys actually work perfectly for the 01 theme and the 01 size. They really do. Next up, we have a Lightning Collection Power Rangers. This is the Dino Thunder White Ranger, who I preferably like to call a Bari Killer. They look pretty good together in my opinion. Next up, we have a Marvel Legends Scarlet Spider. I've been rereading the books, so I'm having a great time with Ryan Stegman art. Then we have SHF Renewal Kamen Rider Kuga, which actually scales out with most other SHF stuff just fine. And this is no exception here. He works out pretty well. Right? Let's back these guys up. And let's talk about, last but not least, the last bit of stuff. This is going to be the larger scale stuff. So here is a Mezco Me on a Ninja Gold Skull body. As you can see, much bigger for the Mezco stuff. And then last but not least, a Mythic Legion in terms of the larger stuff, in terms of figures. You can see these guys are much bigger, much bigger. But all in all, the Assault Hopper is fun as hell. The 01 line in general has just been super fun. I don't think I've been disappointed by any of it yet. So hopefully I continue to not be disappointed. But in the meantime, if you like this video, thank you for watching it. I hope you check out Kamen Rider in the meantime. Hope you guys have enjoyed this, found this informative as well too. As always, please be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.